Chag Sameach, everyone. All right, we're going to get started in just 30 seconds.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Chag
Sameach.
Look at that, so cute.
Going to everyone's mic. Hello, everyone. Chag Sameach. Chag Sameach. Now everyone can hear me. Everyone's muted. Brian Marcus, I made you a co-host. So that way, if you see people come into the waiting room, if you can just admit them, click them in. If I could give you that heavy responsibility, I assume you're a shul president. You could probably take something like that on. So we will get started with our Chanukah lighting in just a second. I just want to remind everyone that you should have your menorahs ready to go. Everyone's going to be doing their own lighting at in their own personal homes, but being that we have this tool of Zoom, this is the first time. I mean, can you imagine this many people coming to your own personal Chanukah lighting ceremony in your own home is something unheard of. We never have done something like this before, but this is one of the blessings of this weird time that we're living in, is we can come together like this for our own personal lighting of our Chanukah. We know that we light the Chanukah, the menorah. That's right, Liba. We know that we light the Chanukah because we want to express our deep love and appreciation for the miracles that God does for us in our lives, and we want to publicize that as much as we possibly can. I can't think of a more incredible way of publicizing the miracle than having something like this, where literally you bring together an entire community for us all to share in our lighting together with our kids, grandkids, our families, in our own homes, but yet together. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. On top of that, after we light our Chanukah candles, we are going to have the opportunity to hear some beautiful music from some great talent in our community. We're going to hear from Isaac Keating. We're going to hear from Jonah Swartzberg, Rick Wenger, and Dr. Berkowitz. Everyone's going to play some Chanukah music. We're going to be able to listen, enjoy, and really kick off this incredible, incredible Yontif together. Without further ado, we will get started right now.
But first, everyone has to look at the fashion, now that some of you know from our Monday night meetings. Okay, that's the rabbi and I, and then we got Liba here matching with Shira.
Liba, say hi. Say hi.
Hi. And now Shira, say hi. Oh. And there's Asher. Okay.
We're all decked out and ready for Hanukkah.
Okay.
So everyone get your menorahs ready, your lighting ready. If you're using an Art Scroll sitter, by the way, it's on page 782.
What?
Yes, 782, Liba.
Come go.
You got the page? Okay.
No, I don't.
If you are lighting the menorah for the first time, this is also another great opportunity to have a tutorial. You can follow along after me while we light our Chanukahs all together. You want to follow up?
Mm-hmm.
And lift a little bit. Ready, Liba? Yeah. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav Vitzivanu lahadlik ner Chanukah.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sha'asa nisim lavoseinu Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazeh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shecheyanu v'kiyemanu, v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
Amen.
Haneros halalu anu madlikin al hanisim v'ala nifla
Stronger.
ala nisim v'ala niflaot v'ala teshuvot v'ala milchamot she'asita lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh al yedei kohanecha kedoshim v'chol shmonas yemei Chanukah haneros halalu kodoshim ve'im lanu rishus lehishamish bahem ela lirosam bilvad kidei lehodos ulehalel leshimcha hagadol al nisecha v'al niflosecha v'al Yeshuasecha Masor Yeshuasi Lechana Elishabeach Tikom Beis Tefilasi V'sham Toda Nizabeach Li'eis Tachid Mabeach Mitzar Hamnabeach As more Shir Mizmor Chanukah Zamizbeach Rasava Nafshi Biagon Kochi Kila Chayai Maru Bikoshi Bishibud Malchus Egla Ubiyado Hagadola Hotzi Esa Segula Chel Baro Bechol Zaro Yarduki Eben Bimtsula Divir Kacho Heavy Ani Bigam Shamloi Shakatiti Uvano Geshvigani Kizarim Avaditi V'yein Ramasachti Kimat She'avati Kates Bavel Zerubbabel Lekeshivim Noshati Kiros Kamas Berosh Bikesh Agagi Ben Amadasa Benaisa Lolif Acholim Okesh Megavosa Nishmata Rosh Mini Niseta Ve'oyev Shmo Machita Rovana V'kinyanav Al ha'etz talisa Yevanim Nikbitzua Azai v'yimei chashmanim Uvartu chomos migdalai V'timu kol hashmanim U'minaisar kankanim Nasanis lashoishanim V'nevina yimei shmona Kavu shiurinanim Chashav zoa kachecha V'karev keit ha'yeshua Nikom nikmastam avdecha meyumar shah Ki achalanu ha'yeshua V'yein keit liyemei hara Dechei admon b'tzel tamon Hakim lanu ho'ishiva. Liba, what song do you want to sing?
Dreidel, dreidel.
No, Chanukah, oh Chanukah.
Chanukah,
Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party while all the Tahora. Gather around the table, we'll give you a treat. Say we want to play with enough us to eat.
And
While we are playing, the candles are burning low. One stormy night we share with sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One stormy night we share with sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
If you want to unmute yourself and join in, for some reason it's not letting me unmute you.
One stormy night
Shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. I can't hear you.
all right. Now I'm on. Okay, we have some beautiful music accompaniment that we have from our amazing community. We have some amazing talent here. Without further ado, we are going to listen to an amazing rendition of one of my favorite Chanukah songs. Guys, you want to come sit? Come. Shishi, come sit.
Bobby.
No, I don't think Bubby's going to sing it. Is that Mom?
Hi, Mama.
Hi. Hi, guys.
One of our favorite Chanukah songs, a true favorite, the Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel song, sung by our very own Isaac Keating. You know, the B'nai Yissaschar says something absolutely incredible.
Dreidel, I made you out of clay, and when you try it, Dreidel, Dreidel, I made you out of clay. And when you're trying ready, oh, Dreidel, I shall play. Oh, Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel.
Okay.
I made you out of clay.
Nice job, Leva.
All right.
Oh, good
The
job.
B'nai Yissaschar says that the reason that we play with a dreidel on Chanukah, as opposed to any other game, we could have played with dice or played chess, or why do we play dreidel? Says the B'nai Yissaschar because dreidel, the symbolism is that we are living in a spinning world. It's the world is going around and around and around, and there's a lot of things happening. There are good and bad things and things coming from all over the place. There are things coming from everywhere. But ultimately, where's the spinning coming from? It's coming from up top. Ultimately, where that spinning comes straight from Hashem. So without further ado, let's hear from our very own Isaac Keating. Can everyone hear?
Yeah.
I give a thumbs up. That was amazing. You know what? I think I want to hear that again. You want to hear it again, Liba?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shira, do you want to hear it again? Yeah, you liked it? Asher? Okay. That was amazing. Wow.
Ow.
Spin these straight. Very bad. Ready.
I want.
There we go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Guys here.
Oh, yeah? Moving on to our next performer, we have the amazing, the one, the only, Jonah Schwartzberg, who is going to play one of the most historic Hanukkah songs that we have. You know, the song of Ma'o Sur. Jonah, right? You're singing Ma'o Sur? You're playing Ma'o Sur on the piano?
So,
Yeah? Okay.
I don't sing that.
So you want to learn about what Ma'o Sur is?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell all that. Ma'o Sur is one of the most historic songs. What it is a liturgical poem that describes all of Jewish history, all of the trials and tribulations that we went through, whether it be us in our servitude in Egypt, everything we have dealt with Haman by the Purim story. all of the trials and tribulations that we have experienced as a people, ultimately praising God for always saving us and keeping his promise that we will never be destroyed. No matter what angle they're coming at towards us, we will never be destroyed. Of course, on Hanukkah, this is one of the great miracles that we are trying to display through the lighting of the menorah. Jonah, without further ado, take it away.
Thank you. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Jonah, that was awesome. That was awesome. The most incredible thing that I find about Hanukkah is that Hanukkah is a holiday where there is so much emphasis on physicality, but all that emphasis on physicality, like the jelly donuts and the playing dreidel and having a physical menorah and the lights, all of those really are representing spiritual endeavors and spiritual things. In fact, the holiday of Hanukkah was established not as a day where we even have an obligation to have a formal meal. There's no obligation to have a formal meal on Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a day of reaching great spiritual heights. Says Ramosha Isserlis in the 16th century in Krakow, he says that ultimately, though, we can use those physical things in order to bring us into the spiritual realm. He says, for example, having a lavish meal on Hanukkah, he says, is a positive thing to do if it's accompanied with song, if it's accompanied with song of praise to God. Moving on to our next performer, we have Rick. Are you on the call? I don't see you. Rick Vanger. Hey, there he is. Rick Vanger. Oh, hi. You say hi? Where Rick is of Hebrew Day holiday performance fame, where we Rick, your honorarium is in the mail, your stipend's in the mail, where we have our local professional Chanukah and Purim performer with us. Without further ado, Rick, take it away with some amazing Chanukah song.
Okay, so I'll just let you know what are the two songs that I was going to do. Ma'otzur, which I'll shine on because we've had such a beautiful rendition, and also I have a little dreidel. So we've heard a lot of beautiful versions of that. So I think one other one we haven't heard yet is Civic Bone. So I'll do that for you right now. Encore. That was amazing. Wow. Sing me a song. You're the Civi Bone man. That was awesome. How's your cough, Rick? Can we get one more? Rick? I can play one of the ones that we heard before slightly differently. I haven't prepared anything else. Okay. So, okay.
Oh, yes, your co-op. That was fantastic. That was great.
Woo!
All right, we have one more performer. Acharon Chaviv. We have our last performer.
Good.
Well, what'd you see? Last but last, no, very good, Liba. We have one more performer, Dr. Berkowitz, who's going to share some lovely Hanukkah songs to send us off. Before we do, Brian, our esteemed president, would you like to share a few words? Wait, you're on mute, Brian. Oh, Suzanne, we got
I'll
Shrulik.
tell you what, it's a little bit crowded here. So, and a little bit noisy and a little bit crazy. And we have, thank God, 4 grandchildren here with us and 3 of our children. So it's a little bit nuts, but I do want to wish Adat Yeshurun, all my chaverim, the whole community, the Kahal HaKadosh, a beautiful and happy Chag Sameach for Chanukah. And back to you, Rob.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach. I got to figure out how to mute myself now.
I'll take care of it for you, Brian. Okay. Wow, Brian, can you imagine if it was that easy to mute somebody, huh? Okay, Dr. Berkowitz, without further ado, I'm going to spotlight you and unmute you. I actually don't know if I'm able to unmute you. You're muted, Doctor. You're muted. Hold on. Wait, we can't hear you. How do I know. Hold on, I'm coming. There we go. Okay. Oh, no.
Oh, you're still.
Hold on. Are you able to unmute yourself?
Mom, unmute yourself.
We still don't hear you, Doctor.
We can't hear you.
He
Got it.
We can't hear you.
Yeah,
Oh, now, Dr. Berkowitz,
He's disappeared.
you should be
he's
good.
going to unmute the.
He's disappeared.
Oh, now we can hear you fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you fine.
Okay, but I'm not at my piano. I'm now at my desktop computer, and the computer is not muted. But when I was downstairs at the piano, I don't know why you couldn't hear me. So I'm not quite sure why, because my wife was using her iPhone, and I don't know why you couldn't hear me. You know what we're going to do?
So
I'm going to use my keyboard that's next to my computer rather than my piano downstairs. So if you just give me a second.
Take your time. In the meantime, while you're getting yourself settled, Doctor, I'll just share one more Hanukkah thought. The Maharal says that this time of year, Maharal of Prague says that this time of year, Hanukkah carries with it some of the most most poignant in terms of reaching spiritual heights. That on Hanukkah, he says, it has 8 days. Why the number 8? What does the number 8 represent? So says the Maharal that we know the world was created in 7 days. That means that God created that nature should be part of the number 7, that the number 7 represents nature, the way that the world goes round and round. Everything that happens in the world by natural occurrence is under the rubric of 7. 8 goes just above that. 8 is Lamala Manateva, above nature. Chanukah, we go into a realm that is above nature. The Maharal says that if you really internalize this and think about it, that means you can reach supernatural heights on Chanukah. If we tap into this holiday, if we find the beauty in this holiday, we attach ourselves to the Torah, which is the mainstay of this holiday, we can, in our lives, reach supernatural heights. Dr. Berkowitz.
Okay, I don't know whether this will, I hope this will work. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Find
Yes.
you. Oh, here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfectly.
Okay, we've played, I think, enough Chanukah songs, so I didn't really prepare any Chanukah songs. So this is just going to be a few other songs. The first one is just to honor our mothers and wives and sisters and daughters, and of course, Rebbitzin. This is my rendition of Eshet Chayil. I don't know how well that came through, but lots of things have changed in this last year. And one of them is that we've not been able to travel, and especially the people that have not been able to visit Jerusalem or Israel. So this next piece is just to make sure that we remember that we do not forget Yerushalayim. And to end off, as we do so many Jewish events, this is going to be Hatikva.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Very good.
Sorry I couldn't play it on my piano, but technology is not my strong suit, nor my wife's.
It was perfect, Dr. Yasher Koach. And it's funny you said that you didn't prepare Hanukkah songs, you prepared other songs. You know, I can't think of a more appropriate, as appropriate Hanukkah songs, but a more appropriate Hanukkah song than about Yerushalayim. We know that Nachmanides teaches us, 13th century, Rabbeinu Moshe ben Nachman, the Ramban writes, he says that our lighting of the menorah that we do today is mimicking the original lighting of the menorah that existed inside of the temple that was done by the Kohanim, the holy priests inside the temple. May we merit, God willing, that this is the last year that we are lighting our menorahs in San Diego or wherever you find yourself, that God willing next year, we are going to light the menorah in Yerushalayim in the third Beis HaMikdash. Everyone.
Thank you.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.